Champions League Bayer Leverkusen vs Inter Milan prediction, team news, lineups preview. A clash between the reigning champions of Germany and Italy will draw global gaze on Tuesday evening, as Bayer Leverkusen play host to Inter Milan in the Champions League. Inter are one of three teams still unbeaten in the league phase and lead Leverkusen by 3 points in the standings, with both on track for an automatic place in the last 16. Match preview. Seeking to reach new heights after securing a first Bundesliga title and claiming the DFB Pokal for good measure, Leverkusen aim to reach the Champions League's knockout rounds for the first time since 2016 and ultimately challenge for the trophy. Xabi Alonso's side sits sixth in the table after 5 rounds, having put 10 points on the board so far. Last time out, they bounced back from a 4-0 loss in Liverpool by thumping Red Bull Salzburg 5-0 on home turf, with star man Florian Wirtz bagging a brace before half-time. Defeat at Anfield was one of only 3 in Die Werkself's last 25 European matches, of which they have won 16, and such a run of results took them all the way to last term's Europa League final. Indeed, Leverkusen have now won 7 of 8 home games in UEFA competition since the start of last season, outscoring their opponents by 21 goals in the process. Unbeaten in 11 continental contests at the Bay Arena. The German champions also made it 5 straight wins across all competitions, with a 2-1 home victory over Bundesliga strugglers St. Pauli on Saturday, when Wirtz opened the scoring. Alonso's side had previously progressed to the DFB Pokal quarter-finals by beating league leaders Bayern Munich 1-0, in a game that saw their hosts reduced to 10 men after just 17 minutes. While they are third in the Bundesliga standings, and still within striking range of Bayern, they have conceded 20 goals in their first 13 league fixtures, just 4 fewer than throughout the whole of their miraculous 2023-24 campaign. That will be a concern for their demanding manager, who has already led Leverkusen to 1 home win against Italian opposition in this season's Champions League, after conquering AC Milan on the second matchday. A clash with the Rossoneri City rivals now awaits. Inter have prevailed in all 3 past meetings with Tuesday's hosts, who they last faced in the Champions League during the 2002-2003 campaign. Having done the double over Leverkusen in the group stage, the Milan Giants went on to reach that season's semifinals. Crowned European champions for the 3rd time 7 years later, they then came close to adding a 4th trophy to a well-stocked cabinet in 2023, after missing out to Manchester City then. The Scudetto holders are now looking in great shape to challenge for glory next summer. The Nerazzurri have won their last 4 league phase games without conceding a single goal, and last month's defeat of another German side, RB Leipzig, took them into 2nd place on 13 points. Firmly on course for a cherished top 8 finish, Inter, who started off with a 0-0 away draw against City, would become the first team to keep a clean sheet in each of their first 6 matches if they can keep Leverkusen at bay for 90 minutes. Since claiming their 20th Serie A title last season, Simone Inzaghi's side have lost just once in 19 matches this term, a painful slip-up versus City rivals Milan back in September, and they are currently involved in an enthralling race for first place. Friday's 3-1 victory over Parma at San Siro means that Inter have scored 3 or more goals in half of their 14 league fixtures so far, and such a potent attack will surely put Leverkusen's back line to the test. Team news. Xabi Alonso's recent response to losing to 2 strikers has been to deploy Florian Wirtz as a false 9, and Bayer Leverkusen's Basque boss could do the same on Tuesday night. Patrick Schick had scored 6 goals in 4 matches, including a hat-trick against Heidenheim before suffering a calf injury, while Victor Boniface has not played since returning from international duty with a thigh problem. Furthermore, Jonas Hoffmann and Emine Adli are still sidelined. Nonetheless, Wirtz has scored the opener in 3 different Champions League games this season, the joint most of any player. Alongside Milan's Christian Pulisic, and will be backed up by a midfield featuring captain Granit Xhaka, Alex Grimaldo, and Jeremy Frimpong should supply support from out wide. Meanwhile, Inter's brief injury list features defensive duo Benjamin Pavard and Francesco Acerbi, but the latter has resumed partial training and could be back on the bench. Recently named Serie A's Coach of the Year, Simone Inzaghi also welcomed Carlos Augusto and Davide Frattesi back into the fold at the weekend, leaving Pavard and backup goalkeeper Rafael Di Gennaro as his only confirmed absentees. Some rotation could therefore be in store. As ever, the Nerazzurri's 3-man midfield will be helmed by set-piece specialist Hakan Calhanoglu, who played for Leverkusen between 2014 and 2017. Scoring 28 goals in 115 appearances during his time at the Bay Arena. Between the posts, former Bundesliga regular Jan Sommer has kept a clean sheet in 75% of his Champions League games for Inter since signing from Borussia Mönchengladbach, 9 out of 12 so far. That is the highest rate of any goalkeeper to make 10 or more appearances in the competition. Bayer Leverkusen possible starting lineup: Kovar, Tapsoba, Ta, Hincapi, Frimpong, Xhaka, Andrich, Garcia, Grimaldo, Wirtz, Tella. Inter Milan possible starting lineup: Sommer, Bisek, De Vrij, Batoni, Dumfries, Barella, Calhanoglu, Zielinski, DeMarco, Thuram, Taremi. We say, Bayer Leverkusen 1-1 Inter Milan. While Leverkusen may finally penetrate Inter's rock-solid rearguard, their lack of a conventional striker could cost them a chance to defeat their Italian counterparts. The Nerazzurri are past masters at soaking up pressure, and they have both the composure and confidence to strike hard on the counter. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.